Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends, welcome to the channel DevDBQA. In today's video, we will see groups in TestNG. So we will see how we can group the test cases in TestNG with the help of some annotations. So if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon to get regular updates. On this channel, you can get videos related to automation testing, manual testing and programming languages as well. So let's start with our today's video. So this is the XML file that we have created in the previous video. So if you have not seen my previous videos in which I have shown how to generate the testng.xml file, and we have also seen the different annotations that are used in TestNG and how we can exclude and include test cases from our test execution. So I will give the link in the description for all of these videos, so you can watch it and after that you can continue with this video. So this is the XML file that we have created. So it has one suit, then the test, and in the test we are having three classes, first, second and third class. So suppose there is a scenario that these are the classes for regression testing. So in these classes all the test cases are written that are applicable for regression testing. So when a new build is delivered to the testing team, so we have to execute a few test cases to check that the build is stable or not. So that is called smoke testing. So to perform smoke testing, we have to execute maybe 3, 4 or maybe around 10 test cases to check that the build is stable and the full testing can be performed on that build or not. So for that, using this regression suite, we have to identify those test cases by which we can identify that the build is stable or not. So we have to identify the test cases which can be executed for smoke testing. So for that there is a concept in TestNG, that is groups. So using groups we can group the test cases in particular groups and we can execute only the test cases that are present in any particular group. So for that, let us go to our second class. In the second class we are having first, second and third test case. There are three test cases. So for example, we need this second test case for our smoke testing. So what we will do, we will put this second test case inside a group. So for creating groups we have to write here in the round brackets, we have to write groups equals to, and in the curly braces and in double quotes we have to give the group name. So let us give the name as smoke. So it means this second test case will be added to the group smoke, and when we execute this group, then the second test case will be executed along with the other test cases that are present in the group smoke. So from second class we have taken the second test case for this group smoke group. Let us save this. And so similarly, let us take some more test cases from other classes. So from the first class, let us take this first test case as a smoke test case. So similarly here we will write @test groups equal to smoke. So this first test case will be added to this group smoke group. We can specify multiple groups here using this comma, and we can give another name like sanity. So this first test case will be added to two groups, smoke and sanity. So we can provide multiple groups here to add a test case to multiple groups. Right, so we have taken the first test case from the first class and the second test case from the second class. So let us take one more test case from the third class. So let us take the first test case from the third class. Right, so we have added three test cases in the group smoke. Right, so for execution what we have to do, we have to go to our testng.xml file, and in the XML file we have to write, after this test tag and before this classes tag, we have to write groups, and here we will close the groups, and inside the groups we have to write, and inside the groups we have to write run, and in run we have to include the group name. So for that we will write include name equals to smoke. So we have added this smoke group in our test run. So it will go to this groups, then run, and then include this smoke group. So this is case sensitive, so we have to take care that the S is in capital. It should be same as we have written in the classes, like here, right? So now we will save this testng XML file and save all our class files. Now before this execution of these classes, what it will check? It will check that the smoke group is present in the classes or not. So if the smoke group is present, then it will execute only those test cases which are present in this smoke group. So let us run our testng.xml file and check what is the output. So only 3 test cases should be executed. Let us check. So as you can see, only total test run are 3 and all the 3 test cases passed. So because we have added the first test case from the first class, the second test case from the second class, and the first test case from the third class. So these are the 3 test cases we have added in the group named smoke. So it has only executed these 3 test cases, right? So this is the concept of groups. So if we have to exclude that group from the execution, what we will do? We will simply write here, in place of include we will write exclude. Now it will exclude all these 3 test cases and it will execute the remaining test cases from the 3 classes that are present here, right? So let us save it and run it to check what is the output. So these 3 test cases should not be present in the output. So as you can see, this time there are total test cases run as 6. So here in the output you will not find the output statement for the 3 test cases that are present in this group smoke. So it has excluded this group smoke from the execution. So only the 6 cases are executed and all the 6 cases passed. So this is the concept of groups. So this concept is helpful for deciding the test cases for sanity or smoke test cases from the regression suite. So in many interviews it is asked that from a set of 100 or 200 test cases, if you have to execute only 5 test cases or 6 test cases, then how will you execute those 5 or 6 test cases? Then using this groups functionality, we can execute those test cases. So it is a interview question and it is asked in many interviews for automation testing, right? So this is the concept of groups in testng. So that's all for today's video. If you like my video, then please hit the like button. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to get regular updates. And if you have any suggestions, then please comment in the comment section. Thank you.